go.
Yeah. Should be great.
Are we ready?
No.
Okay, here we go. He's always got to get the last word in. Right. Hey, Shemane, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty in the world today. Stay at home. Don't stay at home. What's a talk show without music? In the house, I call him Hubby, but you might call him the Motor City Well, thank you for coming, honey.
Who's gonna stop me? Thank you for having me. I love my guitar, and my guitar loves you. And we won the Battle of the Bands, and we opened up with the Supremes and the Motown Funk Brothers in Detroit in 1963. And everybody, real music lovers across America. Anyway, I promise you, the blues, rock and roll beast, somewhere, somehow, this year.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Shemane, I'm ready for you.
Okay.
I can't.
You ready?
3, 2, 1.
Let's see, I need a piece of tape.
So, somebody wait.
So are you going to say after? Scene 2, take 2.
Hang on.
1.
Shelley Luther, the owner of Salon a la Mode, was initially forced to close mid-March after Dallas County issued a stay-at-home order. But despite
6
those
years or something, they're really good.
Cool. Well, there's
So-
great musicians in Texas. And I have a funny feeling that between the Semper Fi U.S. Marine Corps genetics and the fact that you love the independent freedom soundtrack of American rock and roll, that's where this all came from.
Maybe that.
I press record right now.
All right, quiet on the set. Episode 4, Scene 1, Simply Shemane. In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Simply Shemane. You know, so many things have changed in our world.
Was? Sure, what was that? Yeah, let's have the bottles. Here. This is the inexpensive one. Really? The Mitchell Schlumberger Cabernet. These are both Cabernets.
Really
I
became
had never handled a guitar player. I had never, ever handled a guitar player.
Well, honey, I love you. By the way, everybody, Shemane has perfected the handling of firearms and this guitar player. So thank you, honey. I love you, man.
All right, honey, I'll see you soon.
Welcome back to Simply Shemane. On today's show, we'll talk with Fox News contributor Dr. Nicole Saphier about the latest on the coronavirus and her new book, Make America Healthy Again. Sarah Crilley will also be talking to us about new trends in social media. I think that's why we have all these emoji pillows here. I can't wait to see what Sarah's got in store for us. And don't miss our funny pet videos right at the end. You're going to laugh. I know you will because I made it. It's about my dogs. I know you'll love it. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Call us today, mention Shemane, and get our best promotion.
Welcome back. I have a guest, Sarah Crilley, who is the vice president of this studio, Real News PR. And we were talking about social media, and I wanted to get her ideas, and Sarah just decided to come on, and you brought all these emoji pillows. I'm not sure what's going on, Sarah. What do you got planned?
Shemane, I brought all my friends here. Okay?
Okay. All your friends.
Social media is so much fun.
I don't like
isn't
that
it?
friend.
You don't like that friend?
No, I don't want
Okay,
that.
well, we're going to get into this friend here in a minute, okay? Or maybe we won't.
Okay.
But hey, I wanted to ask you, because you are so active on social media, what device do you typically use social media on? Is it your phone? Is it your computer? Is it a mix of both?
My phone.
Your phone, okay.
Well, mostly my phone.
Yeah. Me too. I love using my phone for social media. And I think that there are some platforms even that you're just using, strictly your phone primarily to communicate through social media. So question for you. Do you have your phone on you?
It's nearby. Do you want it?
Let's have a producer run. Yes. I want to know.
Okay.
Is it an iPhone?
It's right here. It's right here, Diana, by my coffee. It's an iPhone. Yes, thank you.
iPhone? Android. Okay, me too. Let's see our cases. Okay, I love that case. That's so cute. I think that these pop sockets have been really fun. That's something new.
You know what? I tried that, but then it doesn't fit in my purse. So that's me.
Now I've gone full out fanny pack sometimes because I want to have my phone connected to me at all times. Are you similar, or will you sometimes take a break from social media?
I sometimes take a break. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to back it down. Like I get too involved and, so lately that's been my thing. I back it down. I put it in my purse. I try not to keep it on my body too often.
And I think it's interesting because, there was a time before social media. You remember that time?
Girl?
No, I don't
know who you're talking to? Yes, when I grew up, there was no social media, no internet. We would go outside and play. We would those emojis
disconnect.
Would come to us naturally when we were outdoors playing. We didn't need to see an emoji to be happy.
Or to communicate with others, right? We'd just go knock on the door
and say, hey, come on and play.
So, question for you. Did you know that there's a social media phone?
No.
We're going to take you back. This thing actually works, guys.
Seriously?
Okay, you can connect this.
Okay.
I think we need to make a phone call.
Okay.
You want to call to see if it works. It actually works, guys.
Okay. I could call my son Rocco.
Let's
put him on the spot.
Let's put him on the spot.
Should I FaceTime him?
Well, so you're going to actually use, this is old school phone. Do you remember this, Shemane? You would actually pick up the receiver and
Okay, I'm calling Rocco. Can you hear? Oh,
it works. Do you see it?
It works, but he's not available.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that so fun?
That is cute, though, because you know what? It feels like I'm in the 70s again. Yeah, I love that. Okay, good.
So I wanted to take us down a little trip from memory lane to show off your social media channels, first of all, because you're very active. Do you remember the first social media platform that you started?
First one was probably Facebook.
I think so too, because I did a little homework.
You did? I bet you found a lot of interesting things.
Yes. Well, you're such an interesting person. I've learned so much about you, and I think that's what's interesting about social media is that we're able to show off some little moments and glimmers of life and kind of, be reminded of some of those moments. So, Facebook started back, I think, around 2004, which not a lot of the world had really caught on to it yet, right? It was new. It's a social media dynamic platform. What is this for? But I had found, when do you think your first social media post was and when you started?
Okay, so this is 2020. I no idea.
So indicating from the first photo that you shared would be 2011.
Oh my gosh. That was way back, 2011. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking?
No, tell me the story. I love this. You had so many comments, how excited they were that you were on social.
I was 47, I think, then. That was when I was 47. And I had been rehearsing my Zumba routines. Ted and I have been married since 1989. And I've been teaching group fitness classes all along that time. And I would always rehearse my routines. He never asked me to dance on stage with him when I was 26 or 36, but he asked when I was 47. And I went, okay, well, what the heck? Why not? So that's my outfit when I was dancing on stage at Ted's concert.
Okay, I absolutely love it. So it's no surprise that this was your first post. Well, I guess your first picture. And of course, the crowd goes wild. All of our emojis, we love it so much.
Okay. I need a emoji pillow.
Let's take a step back here, down memory lane before the emoji pillow.
That's when Ted and I first met. I was the traffic reporter at a rock and roll radio station in Detroit, and Ted came in and filled in for the morning crew for a whole week. And when your job is in radio, your job is to talk. And the producers at the time encouraged me, go ahead and do a little banter with Mr. Nugent. And when you're sitting talking for 4 hours a day for 5 days, you get to know a lot about somebody.
Yes.
And so that was when we first met.
This is when you first met?
Yes. Yeah.
I just got chills, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had shared this photo. Gosh, I guess it would have been, according to December 17th, 2015. Again, the crowd goes wild. This was a hashtag. Everybody is using hashtags now.
Oh,
TBT. So it
hashtags.
was a Throwback Thursday.
Okay.
So what year was this?
That had to be 89 or something like that.
I love this. I would highly encourage everybody to do more Throwback Thursdays.
Yes.
I love your Throwback Thursdays.
Yes.
And to be able to show this off. That's so beautiful. That's so fun. Do you remember kind of what some of those first conversations were?
Oh, you know what was really interesting about TED is that I was teaching group fitness classes since 1980, and I didn't drink and smoke, and I had to go to the rock and roll industry to find somebody who didn't drink and smoke. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
A lot of people have said, oh, no, TED must have gotten drunk. No, how could you play all those licks on the guitar being high or drunk, you know?
Right.
So that's, and he was very funny and charismatic, always made me laugh, so... And we actually, we first met October 3rd, 1988. Our first date was November 7th. We got engaged at our WLLZ radio station Christmas party, and Mitch Albom was, I worked with Mitch Albom. He was there, and then we got married a month later. Crazy, huh?
That's amazing.
The crowd goes wild.
The crowd goes wild. We're in love. Here, I'm going to give you this
Okay.
one.
Crowd goes
so
wild.
we of course, have a couple more fun from your Facebook page.
Oh, boy.
To show, and then just take that trip down memory lane.
Oh, that was Rocco when he was, and there's me. You can see me in the corner. I'm like, is he okay?
Oh, that's you.
Yes, that's me. That's
Who
me.
is that?
So that was the ramp on Ted's stage, and Rocco had this little zebra guitar, and we made sure his hearing was protected. He had little headphones. Yeah, and he would bounce and hold the guitar and jam out with Ted. So.
That is so cute. I love that you're back there. So
yeah, that's me. I'm watching.
So glad that you shared that one. Okay, guys, I think we have just a couple more pictures from Shemane's Facebook page. Drum roll, please.
The crowd goes wild. Oh, the crowd goes wild. This is on an upcoming show. We're going to be talking about more hunting, and this is a Golden Moose Award that we won. Fan favorite award and best host. I think there were 2 awards, and that was for Golden Moose Award for the Outdoor Channel. We've been producing an outdoor television show for 27 or 8 or 9 years, for a long time, and so that was where that came from.
Congratulations! That is so
the crowd
exciting.
goes wild.
Yes. Okay, so since we're talking, we're going to take a little break from social media for a second. We're going to play a game. Are you ready for the game?
I'm ready for the game.
This is an emoji game. Okay. Shemane, what is your favorite emoji? And I want your fans here, people that are watching on social media, can you drop it in the comments what you think Shemane's favorite emoji or most used emoji is? Please drop that in the comments.
I would love to see what people think, but I know which one it is. Okay, you want me to show you right now, or you? No.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
Ooh. Is it?
No.
I use this one a lot. Is it? Okay.
I do use. Okay. Did you ask what I use the most, or what my favorite one is?
Okay, let's talk about your favorite one.
Okay. Want me to tell you?
Yes.
The one with the glasses.
Really?
No. The dark sunglasses.
Okay, I'm going to throw this to you. Ready?
Okay. Yep. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so you use that one the most, or that's your favorite?
That's my favorite.
How come?
I don't know. It's kind of like. It's cool, you know, it's like kind of ends a statement. It's not really like laugh out loud, or I'm saying, you can't always use this with an associate in business. You can kind of use this, right?
Okay, which one do you think you use the most?
Probably, probably the funny one.
This one?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to throw this one at you too. Okay, guys, again, drop it in the comments what your favorite emoji is, what you think some emojis that Shemane should check out. And we're going to play a quick game if we have a second. We do? Okay. So this is one where I'm going to actually show you this game. And this is a trending game that actually is all about emojis. So the game is an app on your phone, and I think this is available on most phones, right? So it is the Guess Emoji game.
Guess Emoji, okay.
Okay. So, I'm going to pull it up here.
And I'm supposed to say what they are?
Yes. Okay, so this is a thing. I'll screenshot this for you, Derek, sorry. And it is a heart with a Writing pad.
So, I love to write. I mean, what's the answer you're looking for? Like,
Okay.
somebody just cheated.
Yeah.
I heard it.
You think it's a love note?
It's a love note.
I
Is that what
love
it is?
That. Yes.
So how do you do that?
Love letter.
I see you. So you've got to fill in.
You have to guess
gotcha,
it.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's do another one.
Do another one. All right, I'm on to you now. Okay.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. I was going to say. Oh, so I've got to fill in like the. Okay, it's a movie. It's not Love Actually, is it? No.
This one's a hard one.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say Proud American, but.
It's a French
Oh, I gotcha. French kiss. I see. Okay. I'm clearly not very good at this game.
kiss. I'm not either.
Corn pop. No. I see from Joe Biden saying the corn cob. I'm thinking corn cob. Corn pop. But what is it?
Let's see.
Okay, so it's a corn on the cob and a dog. Corn dog.
Corn dog, yes!
And the crowd goes wild.
Okay, that one you got right. So here's one of your emojis. Oh, no. We're going to use this one. This one is her favorite one. It's an emoji sticker.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so we thought that was a fun game.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you come back and we can do even more.
We're going to do this one too.
Or should I put it right here? That's my favorite? Yeah. All right, guys. We'll be right back. My next guest needs no introduction. We're having way too much fun here. So I still have Sarah and Diana here.
Yay!
Hey! So, okay, we are truly having too much fun here. But we gotta get to work. We gotta finish this out. And I want you guys, I would love for you to help me. I got an idea, and I don't know if you're up for this. Are you ready for anything?
So ready. We
Okay,
have had so much fun on this show. Shemane, what do you got for us?
I'm going to throw this at you. I don't know if you could do it. I don't know if you're up for it, but so you can see by the screenshot right here that in this funny pet video, I've actually posted it before. And
on which platform?
I posted, it should be on Instagram and on Facebook.
Ooh.
So it's a year or two old. And what I did was I went in and I put comments as if my dog Happy was saying them, my dog Sadie was saying them, and my dog Coco. So they're color coordinated as well. Happy's is in red, Sadie's is in yellow. Now that I think about it, I think Sadie's is in yellow and Coco's is purple. In pink. So will you guys help me do the voiceover, okay?
Of the captions?
Yes.
Here we go.
Can you do that?
Okay, so
tell us the personality.
Okay, so
share with your dogs what they're up to.
Happy is a male, and he's, kind of brute,
Hey, guys.
Yeah, that's good.
Am I happy?
We'll go with that.
Hey, guys.
Okay. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So you could do Coco.
Okay.
German Shepherd, female, but, German Shepherd.
Tough. Okay.
What? Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah. And I'll do Sadie.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Okay.
Okay, so Derek's going to roll the funny pet video, and we're going to do the voices for Happy, Sadie, and Coco.
Okay.
Okay, roll it.
I wonder what they're up to.
Dude, stop pushing. Hey, guys, he's back.
Seriously?
Dude, stop pushing.
I'm going up top.
Wait, I'm coming.
Where are they going?
Oh, boy. What are they looking for?
Oh, they're so cute. See anything, Coco? All of a sudden, I turn dog pirate.
No, but I smell him.
A lot of smelling going on
Right.
there. Don't let him get away this time.
This is not the first time they've done this.
I have an idea.
You should see your face when you're doing it.
I bet you went under the deck. Oh, where is he?
Oh,
I'm looking. Nope.
Oh my gosh, that's too much fun.
Oh, I can't find it. Where is he?
Coco hasn't moved. Where is that chipmunk?
I don't know, but my tail keeps wagging, so I think he's close. I kind of lost Sadie's voice. Hold up, listen. She's really serious. Wait, Hold up, guys.
Oh, they're all in the same spot now.
I think we can grab one piece of wood without the whole pile of wood falling. Yes? Yes? If I bark loud enough, he will surrender.
Oh my God.
Human, help us. Oh my gosh.
They're so cute.
How can a little chipmunk be so elusive? I hear him. Wait, I hear him.
Oh, that's the chipmunk's voice that was talking.
Oh, was it? Let's all bark.
Let's all bark. I think we lost him.
Oh my
all
goodness.
that work. After all that work.
Oh my god.
I think we definitely deserve Oscars for that.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, girls. I have an idea. I have another idea. Are you ready for this? So what if, because I totally forgot to mention my book, 4 Minutes to Happy, and I'm losing my voice from laughing. So what if the first person, not the first person, but one of the comments, one of the lucky people who make a comment after watching this show, and they comment below on when exactly I aired that video on Facebook, I will find them and I will DM them and send them an autographed copy of my book, 4 Minutes to Happy. What do you think of that?
Oh, I think it's a great idea.
I think it sounds awesome.
You're having way too much fun.
I need to go find this video.
well,
Happy went to go find the short mug.
And then you have to send me a
better
voice
luck.
message saying in that voice.
Oh, we found it. I love it, Shemane.
Oh gosh, well thank you guys so much for being here.
you.
It's been so much fun. Stay tuned every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central for another episode of Simply Shemane. Bye. We've got whitetail, axis deer, and oryx, scimitar. I could go on and on. But since we don't have any venison, you know what I have, Ray? Fritos.
Hey.
This is a fancy show here.
I've been a group fitness instructor since 1980. I'm an author, TV host, mom, wife, and dog mom. But I got sick and almost died from toxic mold exposure. I spent years researching alternative remedies instead of prescription drugs to cure myself, my husband, rocker Ted Nugent, and our son Rocco. I'll share what I've learned about healthy living and how to be happy in difficult times, some current events, and always end with something to make you smile. This is Simply Shemane.
Simply Shemane is powered by Patriot Mobile, America's only Christian conservative wireless service provider.
Welcome back to Simply Shemane. In this show, I cover a wide variety of topics, from wine to funny pet videos, and I'm also interviewing Jeff Crilley, who is the owner and designer of all these studios. You might see me in different studios, but it's really in the same building. And what Jeff Crilley has done is created an empire for people to do podcasts. Rather than going into a television studio, he's made it all happen under one roof. So I can't wait to tell you about that. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Check out my Shopify account and pick up a dog-loving t-shirt or mug today. Welcome back to Simply Shemane and Friends. I want to ask you guys a question. I'm going to put this out there. You don't know anything about what I'm asking. Has your viewpoint about any entertainer, celebrity, changed because of their politics?
Yes. And unfortunately, I don't know if this is going to be a popular opinion, but I generally don't like to hear from celebrities about their conservative views, because when I watch shows or if I'm following someone, I'm watching them because I want to break from reality.
Yes.
You know, I want to kind of get out of my head and just enjoy whatever show whatever story they're telling in their movie. So then when I see them, saying this or that about, Trump or about, how terrible someone is, I want to tune out. That's not why I go to their page or why I watch them in a movie. So it's an immediate unfollow for me.
Even if they're conservative.
I mean, I lean more conservative. So in general, I tend to follow more conservative. But I think most celebrities, if they're conservative, they're kind of scared to come out. So they don't post as much.
Yeah, that's true.
So
what do you think?
So for me, respectfully, a little different than your answer.
Yeah.
I am fascinated by everyone's viewpoint and their opinions. I'm always interested. I just am. Just human behavior in general and their belief system and core values. And, that's just very interesting to me. It doesn't make me feel any different one way or another, but it's just something that I'm like, hey, they are so confident to be able to share what they believe and what they're interested in. And they're very bold by going and saying this in the public, right? There was a Taylor Swift on, right? Did you guys watch that on Netflix? And I was just like, wow, she held back for so long. And it was a documentary on, hey, I was just afraid to, and I'm not going to quote it, but watch it on Netflix. But she started to share this documentary of how she was feeling. And she's a pretty well-known celebrity.
Yeah, afraid to come out.
And
about politics? I haven't seen
just everything. And let's watch it and kind of review some of those. But I really respect people that do have an opinion, and that doesn't mean that you're holding them to that nonstop, right? But they're sharing that publicly, and I do read the comments. I'm very interested in what the general consensus is of somebody's follow or unfollow. But it's just interesting and fascinating.
Yeah,
but I love that you, Sarah, are very bold and going out and saying, "Hey, here's what I think." Yeah, so I respect you even more for that and sharing that. Yeah, that's the same thing.
And that's
would you feel that way?
That's what's great about women is we have one thing in common. We're women, but we all have a different viewpoint, a different perspective. But I do love that. And I'm in the middle about that. It really depends. If somebody is hardcore, I'm a Christian conservative. That's really who I am. I love to support people. I look at it as I'm supporting a fellow Christian conservative. I have a very good friend who is completely on the opposite end. And she won't listen or doesn't want to, I've said, have a conversation with my husband, because Ted is great at coming up with statistics and
bringing logic into the conversation.
Yes. And she's like, no, I don't want to go that far, because I think that people have their own viewpoints and it's like, don't tell me, I don't want to hear it. So I guess I'm open. I love hearing other Christian conservatives. I will follow faith-based people and conservatives, faith-based and leaning left, maybe not so much, as long as they're not out there with the bashing of, our president.
And that's why also I think it's important. Like, I've worked in the news forever. I had, 10 years in newsrooms. And I also think it's important, even though I do lean conservative, I used to work for Fox News. But I think it's important to wake up and read all of the headlines, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, I have my list, AP, Reuters, everything, and Fox News, of course. I read all of them so that I kind of get like the headlines from each side, and then I make my own decision. But I think that a lot of times, I
did not work in the newsroom. Okay. So this is wondering, just interested. So the headline, right? So that's the title.
It is so different. The same story is so different on each of the websites.
From CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, it's the same apple. It's the same fruit. And they just kind of massage it.
How far into the articles are you going now?
Usually the first 3 or 4 paragraphs.
Okay, so you're not going to read the whole thing.
Don't you think it's the same, slant?
I was going to say, you can usually tell by the first, maybe the second paragraph, if it's truly, factual or just, headline at the top. You can tell usually by the second paragraph which way they're going to push you towards. And that's why I think it's so important. I think, I have friends on both sides. I'm from the Northeast where they're mostly liberal leaning friends. And then now, of course, I'm here in Texas. But I think that if you don't read kind of across the spectrum, you're not going to be able to make an educated decision by yourself. You are literally just getting one thing fed to you and you're like, yeah, that is right.
My only problem with that, and I respectfully,
please.
Yes. My only problem with that is I have never seen one nice thing that any of those news outlets have said about our president. Never once.
I agree.
And so for that point, it's like, I'm not going to want, the only newspaper that I read is Epic Times. And I feel like that is really being an honest, it's a shame because I grew up watching the Today Show and watching, I used to love Entertainment Tonight. And nobody has one nice thing to say, really.
Yep.
He went to North Korea and he walked over that line.
And, everyone loved him before he was president.
I know. And so what happened? So what were you going to say?
Well, you both worked in news.
Yes.
So when you were talking, kind of going back to the headlines, not to take us back, but is there like an editorial that changes the headline or changes some of that? Or is it all the journalist completely? Or I'm just kind of curious on a little bit more, Shemane and Sarah.
Yeah.
I feel like the journalists aren't journalists anymore if they don't report something true, something nice about President Trump. If you only continually push the negative, and I've seen not as many as I thought would come out from the other news outlets, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN. But some reporters have said, like there's a couple of reporters who crossed the line and went over to play for the other team for Fox. And, I think it's just being more honest about, there are some good things. There are some good things about what he's done. And it just breaks my heart that they can't see that. So.
And it's telling all the facts versus just some of them. Because even though I feel like most journalists, I think you get into journalism, especially once you get to that level, you love facts, you love the news, and you want to tell stories. I think truly people think they're doing the right thing. But I do think that if you decide to leave out certain facts, it completely changes a story. And deciding to leave out certain facts because it puts our president or someone you don't like in a positive light, I mean, to me, that's just wrong.
Well, is that what social media is about? Is that there's that direct connection and access to the fans and the followers of, hey, maybe this was misconstrued one way or the other. And then going to what the, I guess, subjective to what the truth or is the truth, but what somebody believes is the source of social media? Or do you feel like some people are just kind of hiding behind social media? Or I guess it goes around full circle, right?
Both ways. Goes both ways, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely.
They're afraid of what somebody's going to say or this, that, and the other. You know,
and I was like that for a long time. I didn't post my opinion on my faith.
I'm still like that. I mean, I sometimes I think as a journalist, I mean, my mentality's always been as a journalist, I shouldn't put my opinion out there. But we're in an age now where it's different.
Do you know, when I came out, and I don't talk about this much, especially being in here, but when I did a deep dive, a friend of mine told me about a couple of videos on YouTube, one called Fall Cabal. And I did this deep dive. I went down the rabbit hole and found out about what was really going on in human trafficking. And I thought, this can't be true. And when I came out and I posted a video about my thoughts on QAnon, and I spoke with Major General Paul, 3-star General Paul Vallely, about, he's not going to lie. He's not going to put his career as a 3-star general on the line and say, yeah, Q is real. So when I came out of my comfort zone and I posted that, my following on Instagram has I think I've grown like maybe 20,000 in just a few months. So I understand, like, I'm careful. I'm cautious, put it that way. I think I'm cautious.
I mean, I think that's wise in today's day and age. I remember, we were talking a little earlier just about, posting, and there's so much hate out there, and people feel so confident behind their computers, running their mouths and running their fingers. But I mean, if they saw you in person, they'd see what a lovely, incredible woman you are, smart woman. And, I'm sure they wouldn't have I want to say this PG, the gall to say that to say that to your face.
Say balls.
Yeah, I can say balls, right?
We can say balls.
I think face. It's your show.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a group fitness instructor. I've been teaching since 1980. When President Obama was president, I had people in my class, in my Zumba fitness class, have Obama t-shirts on. I welcomed them into my class. Come on, you guys, let's have fun. The problem with these things is that it takes away the humanity. And we so disregard that we are all humans, and we do need to be tolerant of that.
Yes.
And the people, I feel like the people who are most preaching tolerance are very intolerant. That's my opinion. So I loved our guest, Joey Jones. And one of the things that he was saying is that, he wants to try and take the high road, and we want to try and stay positive. And I think that's really important in this day and age. There's a lot to be anxious about, a lot of negativity in the world. But if we can, for a moment each day, set all those differences of opinions aside and know we all are human beings. We all have families and people who love us for who we are. We might disagree on a lot of things. And there's a time and a place to put our feelings out there. So that's what I'm trying to do with this. I know not everybody is going to like this show, conservative Christian slanted show, but I hope that we can educate and entertain and inspire people to join us. What do you think, girls?
Yeah, that's why I'm your biggest fan. Okay, what you said just gave me chills. You're so positive.
Yes, I love that.
Beautiful and very well said. I
love that.
I do.
And I
Stop it.
Positivity.
And I think you bring out also a respectful side of that conversation, which I think is huge. No matter what side you're on, I mean, the way you talk about it and the way you bring it up, you're always respectful. And I think that's the biggest thing.
Well, this segment of Simply Shemane is brought to you by... Thanks, girls. We've got a great interview coming up. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Patriot Mobile was built on the values of Americans. We are humbled, recently achieving the highest customer satisfaction among all wireless providers. As America's only Christian conservative wireless service provider, you'll receive great performance, and we'll donate a portion of every dollar earned to support your values. Try a wireless company that really cares about you and your values. Call us today, mention Shemane, and get our best promotion.
Well, my next guest is the reason that I'm sitting in this chair. In fact, this pink chair. It was all his idea. In fact, this whole thing is your idea. Jeff Crilley, thank you so much for joining me on your set.
I'm honored. And I just want to give a shout out. You and Ted are the most down-to-earth people I've ever met. Just, despite all of the fame and success, you're like, a neighbor. Yeah.
Well, from the time that I showed up here to take a view of the studio, I heard all about the Real News PR studios in Dallas, and I thought, I got to check it out. So it was our anniversary, and we decided, we don't normally, take a day and go on a drive. And we came up here, and we just happened to be here at a time when Bobby Ray was doing his show.
That's right.
And asked us if we wanted to join him, and we did. So on our 31st anniversary, we were on Bobby Ray's show.
Which was such an honor. I was like, are you sure you want to do this on your anniversary? And you're like, after 3 decades.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck? So tell me, what is this? Why'd you do this?
So I'm going to call this a happy accident. Actually, I should give my daughter the glory. My daughter.
Your daughter's amazing, by the way.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
So she comes to me maybe 3 years ago and says, Dad, I think we need to start a podcast division. And I laughed at her. I said, podcasting? Who listens to podcasts? And she says, my generation, all of those young people jogging, listening to stuff, sometimes it's not music, Dad. And I said, all right, here's my credit card. Don't go crazy. And
wait a minute. You hold me at you got me at here's my credit card. Really?
I did.
And she didn't go.
No.
Okay.
She bought some little GoPros. We didn't have any lighting like we have now, and a little board and some mics. And as I was showing off our business, which is basically get people on the news, people were saying, "Ooh, cool! You've got a radio studio." And so we would go into the radio studio, and they put their headphones on, and they got real excited having their own show. And as I saw how exciting it was to give people their own show and the pride that they have in having their own show, I was like, wow, what if we just brought commercial television to podcasting? So anybody can come in off the street with an idea. We match them up with a producer who used to produce morning television or radio, and now they have a show. And I have to tell you that I love your show, Open. It may be my favorite show, Open, that we produce, because it takes people on a journey in 40 seconds that really sets the stage for this amazing show. And I love your show because it's so unpredictable. You never know what you're going to see. You never know who you're going to interview, but it's marvelous.
Well, thank you. And you've got several different studios that we haven't even tried them all out yet. But what are the different types that you have? Tell everybody about that.
So we call this room Oprah because it can fit up to...
We call it the Oprah set. Where are we filming?
The Oprah set.
This is in the Oprah set.
Well,
Diana put together a spreadsheet.
You know what? We're in the Oprah set right now, but as your show continues to take off, we might have to rename it Shemane.
Well, you gave me this chair.
I did. That's your chair.
This is my chair.
You got it. So. Nobody can sit in the Shemane chair but you. We have another set we call the Newsroom because it's an anchor desk similar to what you would see.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't it cool? Yeah. I know you've used another one of our rooms that kind of looks like a cooking show.
Yes.
And then we have another set that we call the mid-century room. And then in another tower in the building, we've got other studios, and we're building more. And life is so good. And I'll just say the blessing for me is for 25 years of TV news, I was a storyteller, and I got to put a spotlight on people, right? And then when I started my PR firm, I was able to get people on the news and give them a spotlight. Now, giving people an opportunity to host their own show where they can put a spotlight on others is just like a multiplier effect. And the blessings that you're giving people when you feature them on your show is, it's an honor to be even a small part of making that happen.
And I'm sure it feels sort of like you're a proud dad because you're kind of giving birth to each person's idea, the story in their mind. Wow, yeah, I could actually do a show with this set, with this chair, and with that background. And it really does help to have your staff is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Just so professional. I mean, it makes everything so much easier. So thank you so much for putting everything together. This has just been an amazing experience, and I can't recommend it to everybody enough.
Well, and it just occurred to me that your husband is such a pioneer in the music world, and he was the guy that was playing music that wouldn't play on commercial radio, and he became a maverick, and he said, you know, I don't necessarily need commercial radio to sell 40 million albums, and he did. I think we're doing the same thing in podcasting. You don't need commercial television to have your own show. Why not just start right away?
Right. And honestly, with the quarantine, more and more people are doing Zoom calls. Why not do them from a professional set?
You're very kind.
No, really. I mean, it's so much easier. You guys take care of everything. It's a no-brainer.
You're very kind. Shemane, it was an honor to be on your show. Thank you.
Oh, well, thanks for being here. Don't go away because we'll be right back with more Simply Shemane, and I'll be in Jeff's studio with all of this.
Patriot Mobile was built on the values of Americans. We are humbled, recently achieving the highest customer satisfaction among all wireless providers. As America's only Christian conservative wireless service provider, you'll receive great performance, and we'll donate a portion of every dollar earned to support your values. Try a wireless company that really cares about you and your values. Call us today, mention Shemane, and get our best promotion.
Well, this is going to be a fun segment because we haven't eaten all day, and we have a job to do, and it's really a tough job. And I'm sorry to say, but somebody's got to do it. And with me doing this tough job, which I'm going to tell you about in just a minute, is Diana and Sarah and Sarah.
Woo!
So I recruited the girls because the job that we have to do that is so difficult requires wine tasting. And with us today is Ray Maxwell from Wild Wine Life. And Ray, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It is exciting and a lot of fun. If you guys don't have fun and learn a little something new, then I didn't do my job right.
Well, we're going to put you to the test. We're going to have fun tasting your wine, and you're going to tell us all about what we're actually tasting. So can you give us a little description right now? We've got 3 glasses, little glasses of wine. What is in each of these 3 glasses?
Okay, so these are some fun Missouri wines from local wineries here in Missouri, and the owners are avid outdoorsmen. They all enjoy hunting, fishing, and they're little family-owned wineries. The white wine is a Chardonnay, which is a hybrid. The 2 reds are Norton, which is the state grape here in Missouri. And all of these wines pair very well with food. They're a little bit of fun, a lot of fun, and they're especially nice with wild game, since I've heard that you and Ted enjoy wild game from time to time.
From time to time, like every day. Like we have wild game just about every day. We've got venison and, well, venison is actually all wild game, but we've got fallow deer, we've got sika, we've got whitetail, axis deer, and oryx, scimitar. I could go on and on. But since we don't have any venison, you know what I have, Ray? Fritos.
Hey,
this is a fancy show here. Can you just bear with us?
There's nothing to apologize about it.
Okay, so we're going to try the Chardonnay. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
What I like about this is it is not an oaky, buttery wine.
Okay.
You're going to get a lot of lemon flavors with this, and you're going to get a little bit of a flintiness going on that back finish. If you like cream sauce dishes, this would be a wonderful wine to cut through all those heavy cream sauces. Like if you do a tortellini with the white cream sauce, a creamy potato soup, or if you do a lemon chicken grill, the lime and lemon flavors in this would complement that.
I get that because a lot of Chardonnay that I drink is too oaky. I don't like this. You're absolutely right. This is creamy and buttery. I can just taste the fettuccine, but instead of fettuccine, I'm going to have a Frito. This is really good. I like this.
It's good.
I'm so glad we're doing this because I never would have thought, okay, Missouri wine, that nobody knows Missouri for their wine, but I got to tell you, I've got a whole new perspective on Missouri wines because this is really good.
Yeah,
don't you think so? Okay, so we have a Frito, we cleanse our palate.
Yes, everybody gets
and then we try another one.
Yes. And it's about fun. You know, I tell people Missouri has over 130 wineries. And Michigan has wonderful wineries. Every state you go to has wine being made in some form. Some are really good. Some may not be to what you enjoy. But the biggest thing is have fun and explore. What's the worst that's going to happen? You don't like it. You just move on and try the next one.
Ray, we're all about having fun, right, girls?
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you say? Like, this is
all about
when I asked them if they would join me for some wine tasting, they said, wow, it sounds like fun.
We raced in the studio, Ray.
Yeah, literally.
We were like, wine? Shemane, let's go.
I actually saw one of you guys, like, booting out somebody else who wanted to take this.
Yeah, well, you got to fight for that spot, especially when it's such a good spot.
Well, and Sarah did offer to take the job of pouring the wine. And I think there's a reason for that because there might have been a little drinking going on.
I also have a heavy hands.
Okay, so what do we got next?
Is the Persimmon Ridge.
Okay, the persimmon, the one that's
Which
more
is
amber.
the one that's more
Norton.
okay. Okay, what are we drinking now?
So you're drinking Persimmon Ridge Norton. This is going to have some weight to it. So think of
I smell the persimmon.
Some weights wrapped up in some nice soft silk, pressing down on your palate very softly. but you're going to get all these berries and spice
so
and
different.
oak flavors going on. It's not one of those rough red wines that make you go, what's all that cotton going on? You're going to enjoy this.
This is really good.
This is very
Yeah.
interesting.
And actually, I enjoy, what's fun about Norton, it's wonderful with red sauce dishes like barbecue, if you do a barbecue sauce, pasta. I actually enjoy pairing this one with venison spadini.
Venison what?
Spadini.
Spadini.
It's a Sicilian dish.
Never heard of
If
that.
you
Never heard of
actually go to Wild Wine Life, you can see my video on how to make venison spadini. It's a nice little Sicilian dish, and I paired it with this wine.
Nice. What do you guys think?
Delicious.
I have never tasted a wine like this. It's got like two tastes to it. You're taking that initial sip, and it's very just a strong, and then it kind of settles. It's really good.
Very different.
And it's kind of light
Like
too. I
spicy
feel like
kind
you
of a
can
little
kind
bit.
of like have it like even in the summer. I feel like reds don't normally go in the summer in my mind, but this is perfect.
Almost like a
Very
Pinot
light.
Noir.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah. I like that.
Very
yes,
good.
thank you. Okay, what do we got next?
The next one is the Montel,
Montel.
and they're over. They're over in Augusta, Missouri, and Augusta, Missouri was the first wine AVA in the United States. And back before Prohibition, Missouri was making more wine than California, by the way.
Wow.
Now this you're going to get more red
like
fruit
this.
flavors, something a little bit fresher, and it's going to be a little bit more berries and spice than the Persimmon Ridge. And the neat thing about Missouri wines is that people are not trying to copy each other. Everybody has their own take on what they feel is the best version of that varietal.
Well, what do you think?
I think this is the winner, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't have the Frito to cleanse my palate.
However, either
It's delicious. This may be my
very,
favorite. I'm ready to kick the heels off.
I
Yeah.
know.
This one's like,
Is this the one that you mentioned you should eat some chocolate with?
That was the.
Was that the
port.
persimmon?
That was the.
I didn't
Adam
bring that
picked the
one.
port.
Yeah, we didn't. Sorry, we don't have that one.
I didn't.
No,
We do
that's
have
okay.
chocolate.
I know. We brought chocolate. But
The other thing is the glass does make a difference. The glasses you're using work fine, but if you use a Riedel wine glass, for example,
A real wine glass? Are you trying to say
That these are not real?
I'm just saying that the glasses you're using are sending the wine more to the side of your
This
mouth,
is
where you're going
true.
to pick up more bitter flavors.
that's interesting.
And if you have a glass that sends the
didn't know
wine to
that.
the center of your mouth, you're going to get more of the fruit flavors.
I thought you meant because they're plastic.
No.
That's what I thought it meant.
I drink wine out of a
Why are you
red
talking our wine glasses?
cup down at camp.
So here's what I propose. We do this all again, and we get more wine, and we'll bring the port, and we have we'll go all out, and we're going to get glasses.
That sounds wonderful.
And we're going to do it
Let me
right.
make a few phone calls and see what I can do
You
on
will?
glassware.
Well, that's awesome. I really like, the other ones I really like too. You're right. When you start thinking about enjoying wine with food and what food wine would pair well with, like this is a little bit richer for me, but it's got more of a Cabernet type feel to it. I really like this one.
Yeah.
Very good.
I think this one gets the unanimous vote.
Yep.
Well, and that's wonderful.
Blue
You know,
ribbon.
I'm glad that you liked them all, and I'm glad you found one that you have as a favorite. I always tell people never apologize for what you enjoy. Just tell people I like it, and that's all that matters.
Good. Well, I like you, Ray.
And that's all that matters.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Well, thank you so much. Can we have a cheers for Ray?
yes. Cheers to Ray.
Oh,
Cheers, Ray.
All right. Oh, now he's doing it right.
Yeah.
Thank
He's
you.
doing it right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ray. Next time we'll splurge. We'll get the real glasses and we'll do this again. But thank you so much for joining us. We had fun.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for having us, Shemane. This
Yeah.
is a blast.
This is so
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having us at your wine party.
Thank you very much.
All right, Ray. Take care and we'll talk to you again soon. Cheers.
Thank you. Safe, and wonderful weekend.
You too.
Too.
Cheers. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back. We've got a little bit more wine to finish, right?
Yeah.
Well, I promised you that we would end the show with something fun, but the last segment was fun for us, right?
Oh, yeah.
I hope you smile from that. We're still loving this wine. But first, will you guys stick around because I would love to have you join me on the funny pet video.
Oh, yeah.
We would love to.
Okay, so I have to preface this. This is my dog, Happy, and he climbs trees. And every time I tell people that, they don't believe me.
He climbs trees?
Yes, look at, he's in the tree.
He's a dog.
Look.
Oh my God.
He climbs trees for a squirrel.
What a little bear.
Can you believe that?
Oh, this is my dog. And Zoe this is post bath. You know when dogs get a bath and they immediately roll all over the place?
I must dirty myself immediately.
No, that looks like me after I need a back scratch and I'm like,
And it's like, I'm not done yet. Okay. This is actually my son. My kids love to come up with creative games. So it's fetch under the bed. They just want to see if she'll do it. And she will.
That's kind of mean.
Get under that.
She just, she's like, I'm going to hang out for a minute.
My dogs can't fit under the bed.
Right?
Oh, no.
And then she's like, okay, I'm coming back.
Look at how sweet. She's so sweet.
She's an awesome dog.
Oh my gosh, that was great. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today's show. We sure did. All right, we'll catch you next time. Don't forget, 4 o'clock Central Time every Tuesday. We'll see you next week. Bye. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Cheers.